Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors. Please remain standing and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Leroy Forsman, Law Enforcement Program Director.
Please bow your heads with me as we pray. Almighty God, we come before you in prayer tonight. We're grateful for this occasion to celebrate a milestone in the lives of our students. We ask your blessing on this group of people who are beginning a journey devoted to public service. We ask you to watch over them with your love and your mercy. Please guide and direct them as they begin careers in keeping others safe. I ask that you would give them wisdom and a clear vision on how best to perform their duties. I pray that you would hold them firmly in your care and give them strength and courage as they serve. God, protect them from potential dangers that they may encounter. Help them deal with the heartache and sadness they will see, and give them reassurance that what they're doing really does matter. I especially pray for the protection of their families and friends. I pray for those currently working in the field. Bless each and every instructor for giving their time, knowledge, and energy to this program. May our students clearly realize that their success is directly due to these support systems. We know that this career field is more of a calling than a job. Please help us fulfill our duties and responsibilities professionally, ethically, and morally. We humbly ask these things in your name. Amen. You may be seated. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Assistant Dean of our program of Health Sciences and Human Services and my outgoing boss, Kathleen Curry.
Follow. Welcome. I'd like to welcome you all to the completion ceremony for the second and third class of the Law Enforcement Program for College of Western Idaho. I'd like to thank and welcome the folks from CWI for being here, and I'd also like to thank all the families that supported these folks all along the way. Tonight isn't about us, it's all about you and the students. So let's get on with it.
We're now going to have the presentation of the class plaques. Class 2, who do you have presenting a plaque tonight? Class 3, come on up, you'll be in the wings.
So on behalf of Class 2, we just want to thank you so much for the amazing opportunity that you've given us to be part of this law enforcement program at CWI. We've all truly become a family. So as a small token of our appreciation, we would like to give you this plaque so that you would remember us forever.
Okay, on behalf of Class 3, we have a plaque here that we'd like to present you guys with. So you can remember all of us as well. You know you love us all, so deep down. And also, we'd like to present the class gift for the program.
Thank you very much. We will display those plaques prominently. As we get more classes to go through, we'll actually be lining our hallways in the law enforcement portion of the building so people can see our graduates and see those students who have come through the program and moved ahead. At this time, we're going to show the class videos. Each class takes a variety of pictures and short videos throughout their entire two-semester program, and they put it together and we show it on their completion night. I have to tell you, I preview these each time, worried to death as to what might be in there. But it was a fantastic job that each class did, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Each video is just about 10 minutes long, so please enjoy these with us. Very well done. Good job. A couple of things come to mind when I look at those videos. Number one, Class 2 got sprayed with OC. Class 3 has not been sprayed yet. I have a day picked out, July 22nd. Hour of PT before we spray. They'll be fine. The other thing that comes to mind is that Mr. Reed and I combined have been teaching as academy instructors for over a combined time of 60 years. Man, they look like babies. Wow. Distinguished guests, College of Western Idaho leadership, academy instructors, most of all, friends and family. Thank you for being here tonight. This is such a big thing. I know we have someone here from Post also, and I want to say thank you for your support of our program and the leadership that you provide to us. To our admin assistants, Brandy Levine and Kelly Crawford, thank you. We couldn't do this without you. All of those unsung details that you do make this program run, so thank you very much. To Brett Reed, the training coordinator for our program. Class 2, he came on board when Class 2 was being recruited, so he's been here for those times. I want most of you, or some of you, know that I got injured early in the semester. I had a 31-year police career, never got hurt in any fist fights, bar fights, or gun fights, and a piece of ice kicked my tail. So 3 surgeries later, I'm back up here tonight, and I appreciate everything that Brett did, stepping up and truly taking over the program. Without his support and without his background in this type of thing and his teaching skill and knowledge, we couldn't have done it without him, so thanks. Gama, you beauty. I want to welcome you to the celebration of accomplishment for 31 students who are preparing for a journey into the world of law enforcement. I can guarantee this will be a world that's going to be difficult. It's going to be frustrating, and it's going to be painful at times. But it can be fulfilling, rewarding, and exhilarating as well. I promise that it will be ever-changing and ever-challenging, just as it was for me over my 31 years. Our motto at the CWI Law Enforcement Program is ethics, empathy, and energy. And we believe these are the building blocks for a successful career. Ethics, simply the cornerstone of everything you must do in law enforcement. It's doing it right every single time. There's no such thing as situational ethics, and we leave no opportunity for someone to question our actions or our motives. With empathy, it's simply treating people the way that we would want to be treated. You're going to find that you're going to see people sometimes at the lowest point of their life. For some, it may be at a homicide scene. For some, it may be something as simple as getting a traffic ticket. But you're going to have to deal with that person. And it goes a long way to be able to put yourself in their shoes, even for a moment. Keep in mind that we treat them the way we want to be treated if the roles were reversed. Along with this theory, we also teach our students that it's not all about taking people to jail, but it's about community service. You saw the Christmas pictures in the first video. We take an active role in Shop with a Cop. We take an active role in fundraisers. We are very active in a variety of different things that benefit the community, because the more we benefit the community, the more we benefit our departments and our officers around us. Energy, giving it your best effort every single time. The idea is to come to work prepared to give full attention and full energy to your shift, being able to adapt to whatever situation might present itself. And the big one is being committed to go home at the end of every shift, no matter what you face. But also with energy comes the responsibility that you must have gas left in the tank for those that you love and support and those who love and support you at home. You can be a success at work, and if you fail at home, you're still a failure. You have to give love to the people at home. These classes have been engaged in a 2-semester program of rigorous training, both academically and in practical application. They've trained as a unit in a variety of tactical situations. As you've seen, they've done a lot of things on the range. They've been in the mat room. They've been in the classroom. They've put out some effort. They've laughed with each other. They've cussed at each other. They've praised each other, and they've come to respect each other. They become stronger as individuals as well as team members. To our students, I'm confident in your abilities as you take this next step. I hold you accountable for keeping law enforcement a noble profession and improving it as you go along. Godspeed. You guys all right? I've got OC in my pocket. All right. It's my honor to introduce Sergeant Jamie Burns of the Nampa Police Department. Sergeant Burns has been with Nampa PD for more than 16 years and is currently assigned to the Selective Traffic Enforcement Program, which means he gets to ride a motorcycle and look cool all day long. Now, I also want to tell you, I saw him today on the boulevard riding his motorcycle, and he looked hot. Not the kind of hot that these guys talk about, okay? He was pouring sweat. Jamie's a primary firearms instructor and an officer survival instructor for our law enforcement program. He's among the highest rated instructors we have in the program. More than anything, he's my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Jamie Burns.
Sit down. Oh, you are sitting. Is this good? Can you hear me? All right. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank, I had originally Class 2, but I just found out like 3 minutes ago that I'm also honoring Class 3 as well. So if I forget Class 3 in this little speech I have written here, forgive me. Okay. So I'd like to thank Class 2 and now Class 3 for for inviting me here to speak tonight. It's very much an honor to do so. I'm only going to take up a little bit of your time. It'll be short, I promise, because I really don't like getting up in front of people and chatting too much. But thank you just the same. Chief Forestman and Mr. Reed, the CWI program is beyond fortunate to have this incredible duo driving this program. Class 2 and Class 3 is blessed to have you as mentors for the rest of their lives. And when I was putting thoughts together for this tonight, I thought to myself, this really isn't about Class 2 and Class 3 themselves, but it's more about the backbone of Class 2 and Class 3, and that's the family that's here to support both classes. Chief already talked about family, and family is very huge to us in this society we call the thin blue line. Class 2 and Class 3 have both listened to me talk way too much on the range or trying to make them cry in the emotional survival class. So it's time for me to talk to the families of both Class 2 and 3. If I could, the lights are really bright up here. Can we kind of bring up the lights on the crowd for a little bit? There we go. If you can, I would like every father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, cousin, any family member at all that's here in attendance tonight to support Class 2 and Class 3 to please stand up for me. Here's your time to stand up. I want Class 2 and Class 3 to turn around and applaud these fine folks that are here to support you. And if we can, what I would like is all the spouses or to-be spouses to remain standing. Everyone else can sit down if you'd like. And if you want, I could ask them to dim the lights if you'd like, but I'd like to keep them up. No, stay standing, keep the lights up. So I played it rather smart tonight by asking my rock, who's my beautiful wife, Laura, to give her advice to all of you that are still standing in the room and to the family. You see, my wife, Laura, she's very wordy. As a matter of fact, she already shared this speech on her Facebook, so some of you have probably already seen it, and tagged me in it. But I asked her to give her advice as a law enforcement officer, wife or husband or anything like that. And I knew that she'd be able to finish the speech out for me. So here's the advice that she has for you, and I quote, "It takes a great person to become a police officer. It takes an even greater person to take on the role of a police officer's spouse." If I can switch the page. I do not say this lightly, and I will be honest, and it is not easy at times. There will be long days, longer nights, cold dinners, and worked holidays, but our better halves keep these irregular hours selflessly, working to keep the community safe for its citizens, your loved ones, and most importantly, you. Be okay with this. Your spouse needs to know you support them, that you respect their decision to be an officer, that you are willing to sacrifice alongside them, and that they are unyieldingly confident, and that you are in their abilities. There will be times they are not confident in themselves, especially in the beginning of their career, and they will need you. By backing them wholeheartedly, giving steady encouragement, or something as simple as a lending of an ear at the end of their day, even if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning, you will raise them up, simultaneously keeping them grounded, a provision no one but you can contribute to their career or to them personally. But with all that comes attached to cop wife or husband life, I say this with tears in my eyes. You are going to be proud of your spouse in a way you've never been proud of them before. You will watch them grow before your eyes, and it'll be all worth it. This will be an immensely fulfilling journey for you and your family, and it's just getting started. Enjoy the ride, and congratulations. Thank you. So with that, you guys can sit down. You need to be very proud of yourselves for these great accomplishments that you've kicked butt on, really. I say this with a full heart that I'm very proud of each and every one of you. As you begin your career as peace officers, never forget that it's okay to cry after a long shift. Chief taught me that. Don't ever miss out. He's gonna make me cry here in a little bit. Watch this. Don't ever miss out on the opportunity to tell the ones you love that you love them. My best friend Jed taught me that. And regardless of what is going on in life, never ever leave the house without kissing the ones you love, because we can't afford to let the fact that we didn't distract us when battle starts. Think mean, talk nice, and remember never to give up. There's my last page. Thanks again, Class 2 and 3. Let's get to work. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's my pleasure to introduce this next very brief video that was actually produced for our program by a number of very talented individuals. You'll see some of these students that are in the audience here tonight in this video. It is our program video. It's brief, goes by pretty quick, but I think it's going to have a great impact on you. Roll it.
We're really training these young officers to be guardians of their community. We have the confidence that they're the best trained that they can be. They're prepared mentally and physically, and we have confidence that they're going to do the best job for their community.
Being a good partner is a huge part of it as well. We work in the simulator room in partners where one person has to be the contact, one person has to be the cover. A lot of our hands-on training, we also do that. You got to hold them and prepare them for the next person to come in and help. Definitely training to be a good partner.
Once I took those courses, I fell in love with law enforcement, and it was a good way to get started into the career.
The instructors here at the College of Western Idaho Law Enforcement Program have been phenomenal. You know, they help you every step of the way. If any questions you have, any concerns, you go to them and they take care of it for you.
My favorite part of the training so far has been the gun range. I had a blast out there.
Even through all of our practicums where we go out and work with other agencies, they all just are amazed at the level that they set us up for here.
I always wanted to be in law enforcement, and this was the best route for me. Eventually I want to be a detective, most likely a homicide detective. I want to do it all.
Law enforcement, there's always a need for it, so there's always going to be hiring. There's going to be a lot of job opportunities opening up for us once we graduate this program.
It's an investment into your career. If you're looking to be successful in law enforcement, I recommend taking the program.
It's definitely going to put you above the rest of the competition.
Class 2, we are prepared for the presentation of certificates and coins. Please stand. Make your way to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Class 2 individually. Tori Alvarez. Joshua Argyle. Paul Colon Allison. Robert Dry. Julian Flores. Jacob Frichty. Jason Guth. Brenton Henry. Sean Crone. Austin Lux. Matthew Leinard. Megan McRoberts. Makoma Musa. Joshua Tusher. Class 3, we are prepared to present certificates and coins. Please stand. Make your way to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, my distinct pleasure to introduce Class 3 individually. Kristen Blackwood. Mary Leah Clement. Jonathan Davis. Jacob Ewing. Jason Filbert. Craig Gregory. Shayna Hauntz. Chase Sugar Henderson. Michael Munoz. Zachary Ogden. Philip Rausch. Almadina Sakanovic. Matthew Thompson. Hey. Spencer Wagamot. Jonathan Watkins. Philip Wells. Julia Williams. Just the beginning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the part of our program where we, congratulations, honor those students who excelled in each of these classes as top academic, top shooter, and for Class 2, we have a top driver award. Class 3 has yet to make it to the track, but a week in July, and then we'll know who the top driver will be then. It's going to be interesting for you guys to be out there in July on the hot. Well, anyway, you get it. All right, probably right after you get pepper sprayed. It's not a kinder, gentler program, is it? So this next student is the top academic student for Class 2. I can tell you that we had some outstanding academics within the ranks of these two classes, and that the total point counts were very close. But please welcome Class 2 top academic, Sean Crone. Next is thank you. My pleasure to introduce, and he's sticking around because he already knows this, I think, but top shooter for Class 2 with a perfect score on the range, Sean Crone. He wasn't sure about top academic, but I can tell you that he knew, because we all know what we got on the range when we leave the range. Congratulations. Yeah. Right? You're welcome. Class 2 Top Driver Award goes to, wait for it, Megan McRoberts. It's appropriate that she was driving our Challenger in the video, I guess, although she didn't know it until now. Please help me in congratulating Class 3's top academic student, Jacob Ewing. I can tell you that the scores were very, very close within Class 3. We total somewhere around 3,500 possible points during the fall semester, and the difference was less than a point, I believe. So it was calculated several times, I got to tell you. Not by me, but by me and others. So please assist me in congratulating our top shooter for Class 3, Jonathan Davis. With a perfect score as well.
At this time, I'm going to ask classes 2 and 3 to stand. Set anything in your hand on the floor. Raise your right hand as I invoke the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics to you. As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve the community, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression and intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, and will behave in a manner that does not bring discredit to me or my agency. I will maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule. Develop self-restraint and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed, both in my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the law and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature or that is confided in me in my official capacity will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudice, political beliefs, aspirations, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize my badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of police service. I will never engage in acts of corruption or bribery, nor will I condone such acts by other police officers. I will cooperate with all legally authorized agencies and their representatives in the pursuit of justice. I know that I alone am responsible for my own standard of professional performance and will take every reasonable opportunity to enhance and improve my level of knowledge and competence. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement. Class 2 and 3, if you agree to take this oath, I want to hear a resounding, I will. I will. Kind of scared me for a second. You can put your right hands down, turn and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present classes 2 and 3 of the CWI Law Enforcement Program.
You want to bring them up on stage and do ethics sympathy energy both classes? Just tell them.
Do what?
Do ethics sympathy energy. Bring them up. Just say this is why we're going to end the program.
Sure.
Do this. How about
Sure,
that?
sure. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can be seated. I want both classes 2 and 3 to come up on the stage. While they're doing that, I want to tell you that I'm confident in the future of law enforcement. I look at these students, and as tough as it is, I can remember back when I was in their shoes. I know that they're well prepared. I know that they have the right heart and the right commitment to be the next wave of peace officers, and I'm very, very proud of them. Now they're coming up on the platform. They're going to close this out with the way they finish every PT session or every class session. Everybody brings it in. If you exit back here on the right side and just go out in the hallway, we'll have an area set up where you can take pictures with the flags and with the CWI law enforcement banners out there. We'll be happy to stay as long as you want for these students to get some pictures. And class 3, you got PT tomorrow morning at 0800. Don't be late. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming tonight. We appreciate you being here.